Hi, my name is Chris Holton Jablonski, and it is my great joy and privilege to serve you as your minister. This is Stretch by Teresa Soto. I confess that I have skipped to the back of the book. I really wanted to know what or if or how the story went. I told myself that if I still wanted to read the rest, then it must be good. But that only works in paperback books. Life is a little less linear. And still wanting to know how the journey will go, I am willing to dance with the suspense. What will become of failure? What can be built with an honest mistake? Keep paying attention. Keep dreaming and supposing that more is possible. We don't yet know the ending. And if you're tired, then it must be time to rest. Staying curious is a muscle we flex, reaching for what we don't yet know, and we relax, leaving space for what is yet to come. If you are tired, then it must be time to rest. And even before you are tired, it's important to figure out times to rest, to return, to remember. I will admit this is hard for me, in part because I love my work. I love this, even this strange moment we are in with these videos and sending them out to you all, with so many of our meetings and gatherings turned into seeing your beautiful faces in so many little boxes on my computer screen. With all the ways this has changed, I still love this work. I love connecting with you all and helping you connect with one another. I love this mission we serve and this beautiful and hurting world we are here to help heal. I am so deeply grateful for this work, for this opportunity. To be able to serve, to be able to do this for a long time at a high level, I know that sometimes I need to put it down, both in order to keep myself fresh and strong, and also to be sure that I am not serving and leading out of a cocoon of my own reflected misconceptions. I need to put it all down so that I can take it all up again. I need rest. I need the practice, the discipline of marking time in this life, returning to myself, to my family, to my beloved. I need the practice, the discipline of putting down this beloved ministry and returning to life, consciously, intentionally returning. Just a few days ago, my daughter Aaliyah and I took to the sidewalk in front of our house first thing in the morning with some sidewalk chalk. We made pictures of hearts and flowers, and I wrote big messages of support and encouragement. We will make it through this on one square. You are strong in another. You are resilient in another. You are creative in another. No more letters, Daddy, she finally said to rein in my preacherly self. And we went to letters for each member of our family, and then more hearts and more flowers. One big heart I especially loved, with lightning bolts all around it, which spoke to me of the power of love, especially now. Something was on every single square in front of our house. And when people walked by as we were working, Aaliyah proudly proclaimed, "We making this art to make people feel happy." And more than one person slowed and said, "Well, it works." Aaliyah was so happy when people said that. And the most amazing thing happened until the rain that we just had. From the living room on the first floor and from our newly dubbed little Zoom room on the second floor, I could see people slow down when they passed. Lots of folks took pictures. People running by, rushing by, slowed down. They took a moment. Now, not all, of course. Many trudged along. I'm sure some were even mildly annoyed at the outpouring of love and support on the ground beneath them. But many stopped. One very sweet lady even stopped and had a whole conversation with Aaliyah. "We made this art to help people feel happy," she said. And when she replied, "Well, it worked," they launched into a whole guided tour in which Aaliyah talked through her color choices and what she was going for when she decided to outline the heart in black. And it looked like the woman was on the verge of tears, just happy to connect, happy to be reminded of life and beauty and goodness. And it happened because she slowed down, because she stopped. This is Rise by Annalisa de Jong. I give up all that isn't me. Although tomorrow I know I will try for it to be retrieved, but today I give up what isn't mine to carry, or feel the weight of it on my heart as if my name were engraved. Yes, today I give up all that attempts to harness the mind, and the spirit loosed can then float as is meant, like the gliding on a river or as birds soaring in the air. The currents of life need our gracious bearing. Heads held high, eyes centered on what's ours, letting go of things that God has never fashioned. Yes, today I discard all that isn't me, and I find myself afresh in the freedom of its shedding. As today I lay down the weights that would hamper my rise and realize again how close is heaven. This is an extraordinary time we are facing. We are holding so much with our work, with our families, with our community, with our nation, with our own beings. We are holding so much. And in order to be able to keep holding it, in order to stay strong and useful, in order to be able to continue this marathon, we need to rest, to return, to refresh. When this crisis began, we dove in. Every instinct in me is to do more, to reach out more, to wrap my arms around all of you and the staff, everyone, to hold tight to the rudder in this storm. But friends, the storm is already long, and it is going to be even longer. So it matters that we put it all down. In whatever ways we can, that we commit to some practice of putting it all down. As some of you know, in Unitarian Universalism, we have 7 principles. Some of the more famous ones are the inherent worth and dignity of all people, the interconnected web of all existence. And in addition to the principles, there are 6 sources of our faith. And the first one is the direct experience of transcending mystery and wonder, affirmed in all cultures, which moves us to a renewal of the spirit and an openness to the forces which create and uphold life. Direct experience of transcending mystery and wonder, which moves us to a renewal of the spirit. This is why I put it all down, so that I may remember mystery and wonder, so that I may renew my spirit. I put down all that is not me and is not mine. I put it all down and remember and return. Dear First Church, this is hard. For us to make it, we need to slow. We need to stop. We need to make a practice of slowing. We need to make a practice of stopping, so that we may continue to serve, so that we may continue to bring the very best selves we can muster. Find moments to put down all that is not you, and find yourself afresh in its shedding. Lay down all the weights that hamper your rise. Remember yourself. So much love to you all. Amen.